You know, in the book you said, focus on now. The only time that's important is now and the future. So you never focus on the past?
Try not to. It's over, man. What am I going to do about it? You know, psychotics are stuck there. It makes me crazy thinking about yesterday. I can't do anything about it. I lost a deal. I lost a deal 2 days ago. What am I going to do? I can't keep running it over. Like, what am I going to do to put the deal back together? That's a better thing. You know, you get a flat tire, man. The thing is, you guys can kill each other about her hitting the curb and getting the tire flat, but somebody's got to change the damn thing.
Yeah, it's I see this with people around me. Like people will hit a roadblock and then just shut down. You know, like for example, I was looking online and I was looking at furniture, right? And because I have to buy some new furniture for my house, so I said, okay, well, I mean, I could buy it in cash, but let's just say I financed it, right? Now, if you let's just say you buy $2,000-3,000 worth of furniture, you could pay it off in 3 months, and you pay no interest, or you could pay it off in 12 months and pay 100% interest. Like, it almost seems like you have these programs that will keep the poor even poorer, if that's even possible. 100% interest. So I either pay $2,000 in 3 months or I pay $4,000 in 12 months. And if I don't pay that $4,000 in 12 months, then there's gonna be a bunch of other charges on top of that. And it's like, yo, the furniture is only probably worth $1,000. It's such a predatory type of thing where the people at the bottom just become roadkill. I think
Totally, dude.
Warren Buffett even said that. He said that America's lowest class right now is becoming roadkill. Do you agree?
It's not financial inequality. It is educational inequality. Like people are playing by a completely different set of rules. You know, the intention of the poor is to pay the bills because somebody said, hey, you can't change your condition. It's not true. All you got to do is ask yourself a different question. Who has changed their condition in your community? Tell me about somebody that broke out of urban Baltimore that is not a rapper, not a ball player, but they broke out. They did something without a scholarship, without any super talents. They didn't get lucky as a rapper, and they made it out. Like, you got to figure out, who am I going to mimic? Who am I going to edify? Who am I going to follow? They're probably not on Instagram. They're probably running a business. How do I get connected with those people? How do I get out, man? Like the attention has to be a commitment to getting out, wherever you are. But if you think you're fine or if you think you're stuck, then you are roadkill, regardless of where you're at. You could be in the middle class with memberships to a country club and 2 BMWs. Got the same issues. I know guys that are paying so much interest for their homes, their cars, their country clubs, and their kids' tuitions. I was with a guy on the way over here, paid $350,000 to send his kid to school, and she works at Whole Foods today. That's roadkill, dude. And remember, to feed the institutions on this planet, it takes more than that many poor people. It takes a lot of middle class people. Because that $1.4 trillion of college debt, that was on the backs of the middle class.
Well, I personally don't believe that there's a middle class. I look at
I'm with you.
society as either rich or poor, and the definition of rich is when you have money that's making you money. The definition of poor is when you're making enough to pay your bills.
I'm with
It doesn't matter if you're making 100,000 or even 200,000 or 50,000. If your money isn't actually making you money, you are poor. That's just it. Whereas, like, there's a famous quote where it said, hold on, I'm going to pull this up right now. Where is it?
Yeah. I think if you don't learn how to earn passive income, you're going to spend your whole life earning or dying earning income.
Exactly. Hold on.
It's a Warren Buffett quote, man. You love Warren, man.
I love him. I
Yeah,
love him.
because dude, he's sane. He's practical. His advice is practical.
Okay, so here we go. This is a quote by Edgar Bronfman Sr., who is the owner of Seagram's,
Yeah.
with a net worth of $2.6 billion. He says to turn $100 into $110 is work. To turn $100 million into $110 million is inevitable.
I love that. Love that. And the games are different today because the banks pay almost nothing.
Yep.
You know, like when I was growing up in the 70s, the banks were paying 10 and 11, 12%. Today they're paying 0.012%. That's 12 tenths of 1%. It would take 8 years to earn 1 point. Yet, what do people do with their money? They put it in the bank. They open a checking account or a savings account to store their money there until they can send it off to Wall Street.
Yeah. Yeah. And with interest rates going down, I remember I had my money in something called a preferred checking account, which was making like 2.5%. And then after the interest rates dropped, it went down to like 1.73. And I'm like, really? Like,
Yeah, but see, the people you're talking about wouldn't even see the change. Right? They're like, oh, throw up their hands. I can't do anything about it. So you guys that are watching right now, maybe you post in comments or wherever you want to post it. Like, I'm not bashing on you. I've been there. Vlad's been there. You got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. You got to decide, I'm going to break the cycle. I'm going to get out of the trap. And if you don't, it goes back to what Vlad was saying earlier, you're going to be roadkill. Like if you don't get out of harm's way, they will run you over.
I mean, when you look at what's been happening, like when the crash happened back in 2008, they lowered interest rates extremely low, and it was supposed to be a temporary situation. 11, 12 years later, interest rates are basically still at zero. You can't maintain that forever. From your point of view, as someone that deals with hundreds of millions of dollars, like what's going to happen if interest rates just stay this low for the next 5, 10 years?
Rates are going lower, my friend.
Huh.
They've been 20 years in Japan, they've been in negative numbers, negative zero. That means if you put money in a bank in Japan today, a year from now you end up with less money than you put in a bank even if you didn't make a withdrawal. Germany, same case. Okay, you cannot have world rates. The world, Germany and Japan are competitors for money. So if I can go to Germany and get my money cheaper than here, I'm going to go there and get my money cheaper until at which point they'll lower here as well. It just shows you the world is now connected and the consumer is full of debt and it just does not have anything left over at the end of the month. The wealthy get wealthier, the poor get poorer, and that will continue until the poor, one at a time, make a decision. Hey, I'm going to break the cycle here for me. I can't break it for everybody. I can't, everybody that hears this, less than 1% of the people that see this today will take advantage of it. 99% will critique it, maybe comment on it, hate on it, judge it, find out where I was wrong, find out where you were wrong. Less than 1% will say, hey, I got to wake up. I got to change what I'm doing, and I got to start paying attention to my money. Just that little thing that you just said from 2.5 to 1.7, that's a massive change in what they were paying you. And you saw it. And then you got to figure out, okay, where am I going to go to protect my money? That's now mine, at least temporarily my money. Where can I go to start earning 5 or 6% a year so that my money can grow and I don't lose it while it's growing?
Yeah, because that's actually lower than inflation.
That's
So
right.
technically, I'm losing money every day by having it in this interest-bearing account, which is way higher than any checking account.
And the reason you have it at that bank or whatever bank is because somewhere along the line, you and I were convinced that banks are safe. And that we should
Yeah.
keep some cash. We should have a cushion. And that cash is king, when the truth is, it's just pieces of paper that are garbage. They're worthless until they're recirculated, until they're leveraged. Your money, bro, would be better off buying ads than sitting at Wells Fargo.
I feel you. I feel you.